Hey everyone, this is Armstrong, and today I will be showing you how to play Uncharted 4's command mode. This is my first time doing a gameplay commentary, so please bear with. I'm going to try to remember to breathe and not be eaten alive by the army of crickets outside my window. So when I first started playing this mode, command, it just, something about it felt kind of off. It was a little slow, a little boring. And what I realized is that it wasn't really the mode's fault. It was just kind of players playing it, they hadn't learned how to play it yet, and me included. So, you'd get one team running around the map clockwise as a full 5-man party, as a full 5-man party, and then the other team would be doing the same thing but counterclockwise. So you get this like 5-minute kind of stalemate of people just changing objectives. So it wasn't really too fun. But as I played it more and more, I realized, you just kind of have to split up. You got to do your own thing a little bit more in this mode. So you want to split up and take and defend, and that is the important part. Defend multiple zones, two at a time. So now as the match starts here, I'm going to try to commentate on things as they happen. So when you start up, you want to just go ahead and take this neutral zone, and you want to keep moving while you're in the zone, because you don't want to get blown up by a grenade or get shot off, get picked off by somebody. And we have this guy on my team. He's going over towards A, and I think he wants to sneak capture that, and that's not the best play. I do not recommend doing that, because even if successful, all he's going to do is just flip the spawns. So our team will spawn over at A, and their team will spawn at C. So you want to contest this zone. That's where he should be. That's where I am. That's where a couple of my teammates are. You want to contest B. B is very, very important on this map. You want to hold B and C or B and A, and sure enough, right now we're losing C, and it looks like there's quite a few people there. So this defense here is probably not going to work on my behalf, but my teammate also failed at getting A, so that's cool. This guy's off to the side. I didn't see that coming. That was pretty bad. But yeah, so their team actually ended up making a similar bad play. They spawn flipped us, and my team got blown up by a mine there. And I just ignore them. And the reason I do that is because they're going to get A anyway. They're going to spawn, they're going to get revived, they're going to go there, and they're going to get capped out. I need to get here, I need to get to B as quickly as possible. And because I ignored them, I was able to defend this. And I had some bad shooting, but I made up for it with a pretty good grenade. Now, this is a really crucial moment in this particular game, because watch carefully how I stay inside the zone here. You want to make sure you're staying inside this ring, because even though this is our zone, I'm stalling the zone right now, and they are not neutralizing it. So this is just keeping the zone alive forever and ever. And I would want to do this even if this was their zone, because if this was their zone and I was in here doing this, they wouldn't be scoring points. So it'd be a huge win. Also keep in mind, when I down people, I don't KO them. That's completely intentional, because when they're down, they're not a threat to me, and it can bait the enemy team into making some pretty bad plays based off their team being down. So yeah, these are not bad players that I'm playing against here either. These are pretty good players, and I believe we're down 2 people, so this is like a 3v5. It's actually like 1v5 here in this hill. But meanwhile, my team took A and C, and that's pretty good. I'm proud of them for that one. I'm gonna spawn, and I'm gonna head back towards B. And I'm gonna head there, not because it's red, not because I want the triple cap, but because we need B. And their team, they now have map control on C side. They're gonna spawn at C. They're gonna get C. That's theirs now. So I just say sayonara to C, and make sure we get B. Plus it's closer, and generally speaking, going for the closer thing is better. Right now you'll notice they have a captain who's rank 2. He's worth 40 points. Now the captain mechanic you can just completely ignore up until the point where there's a rank 3 captain, which just happened. Now we want to kill him. We want to kill him as soon as possible, because as long as he remains alive, and actually he just died, so that's great, but as long as he remains alive, every second, every minute past rank 3, that's a score value for their team. We want to kill him so that new captains will be formed and promoted, and that kind of score reservoir continues to build. That's kind of an invisible score line. It's very important to remember that. So that's why at rank 3 you gotta get rid of them. So I went back here towards A to defend A, and my team to take C, and those things were successful on both counts. So we get this kind of soft triple cap, but you know, again, it's not meant to be because the part of the map that we are not at, that is where their team will spawn, and so they just get B. And that's what you have to remember whenever you decide to go for a triple cap, is that pretty much no matter what you do, the enemy team will be spawning somewhere and be privileged to a zone. That's just what's going to happen. The game wants them to have a zone, and that's perfectly fine. They cannot win holding one. So yeah, just don't go for triple caps because they're not sustainable unless you're maybe in a party or something like that. But yeah, we defend B here. We take B, and I notice my team, they're immediately heading towards C. So you know, that's a greedy play. It's not the play we want to be making, playing like bulls and just charging for wherever we see red. But because I'm responding right now to what my team is doing, I know that they're going towards C. I want to make sure that I'm in position to defend A and B. And right now A is being taken and I'm missing it. But yeah, so I'll notice that and I'll head back and defend A. And I should say these defenses that I'm attempting would be going a lot better if I had, say, Indra's Eternity or El Dorado on, but I think I have just Medic here, so these defenses are pretty hard, you know, but still, and their whole team spawned here because my whole team is over at C, taking, you know, just chilling with 3 people, and again, it's fine because, you know, it just slows the game down. We're just trading 1 for 1. That's a fair trade. But it could easily go sour, and we maybe get we lose 2 zones, and they get 2, and we're making that trade for 1 zone for a triple cap. That's why we want to avoid that in just about every case, because it's a bad rotation then. But again, so my team, they're charging for that red. They want that A. I know to just turn my ass right around and go to C because, you know, where my team's going, their team's probably going too. So yeah, there's people here and there's a captain, and so if my team had actually stopped and defended, we would get this captain and defend the zone, which would be great. But unfortunately, the world is a shitty place, and this guy is really sneaky off to the side, so I died defending my home. But yeah, so now again, we're taking A. I'm just gonna ignore that because we're gonna get that. I don't have to be there. What I'm doing is in the interest of time and making sure that I'm in position to defend things that are important. So yeah, this guy gets taken out. And right now we're holding 2. This is great. A and B, if we could just maintain this form, it would be awesome. We have a rank 3 captain as long as he's alive. That's great. But yeah, again, my team just pushes into C. And I know to just turn around and go back. Oh, look, A is being taken. Oh, shit. But yeah, so I have to try to slow them down, even if I can't stop them from taking it. If I can turn around, if I can down 1 or 2 people, that's a pretty big win. It slows down their team a lot. So this guy, see, he probably would have taken B. And these defenses that I'm making, you know, this game could have looked a lot different if I was on the enemy team. The score would have been flipped. I can pretty much assure you. So yeah, these are not. No, wow, that was some bad shooting. Holy crap. Yeah, that might be 90 needs some work. But this guy though, my nade skills, they're a little too good. But yeah, this game is pretty much locked up. You know, we're gonna get a little soft triple cap here. Their team's gonna spawn over at C. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. We have a captain. He's rank 1, and he can die, and that's fine too. So yeah, I hope you guys liked my gameplay here and my commentary. If you do, let me know. Maybe I'll do some more. Just, you know, spreading the knowledge. But yeah, just remember to hold 2, don't go for 3, and you know, we'll win. We'll win together. All right, peace.